Yep, these tapes. Something just to stick in.
Maybe. Let's be smarter somehow.
Ta-da. Thank you.
Not my camera.
As we did last week, Mayor Weir will provide a brief statement, and then we will have information from City Manager Zach Walker regarding changes to services. Citizens are encouraged to follow the city on Facebook, Nextdoor, and Twitter for regular updates, and can also find all of these changes and the information on indep.us/coronavirus for the latest.
Okay, good afternoon. Thank you for coming out again this afternoon. As COVID-19 continues to spread across the country, we are being asked to make challenging decisions about the services we provide while balancing the needs of public health. There are still no known cases in Independence or Jackson County at the time of this release. However, we are estimating these closures will last for approximately 8 weeks, but this situation is evolving quickly, and we do not yet know the full impact we will see from this pandemic. Our leadership team is working closely together to provide up-to-date information on the changes to services our citizens, visitors, and the public working in Independence will see. Please follow the city's website and social media for regular updates throughout this situation. I am in regular meetings with Governor Parson and mayors across the state as we share information throughout this event. We are working closely with Jackson County Health Department, Missouri Department of Health and Senior Services, and the CDC to ensure we are following the latest advice from our medical officials. We continue to encourage all of our citizens to practice social distancing and avoid crowds of greater than 50 people. We are asking businesses, long-term care facilities, and churches to make accommodations to meet the CDC recommendations of maintaining 6 feet between people. I'm going to turn it over to City Manager Zach Walker to talk about the additional changes that we are making in city closures and services.
Good afternoon. As Mayor Weir mentioned, I'm Zach Walker, City Manager for the City of Independence. I do want to recognize the extraordinary assistance of Mayor Weir and our other incident command team members, Fire Chief Doug Short, Acting Health Director Christina Heinen, our Public Information Officer Meg Lewis, and the other city department directors who are really working hour by hour to try to respond to this very fluid and evolving situation. We also continue regular conversations with our business owners, our schools, libraries, and hospitals in the area, and we plan to have regular meetings as the situation changes. The staff of the City of Independence is dedicated to this city, and we are working to find ways to provide as many services uninterrupted while balancing the public's health and that of those we are working to serve. So I am now going to summarize some of the changes in services as of tomorrow morning, March 17th, 2020. Reporting concerns. Citizens are now able to report their concerns via the city's new app, INDEP Now. You can download it from the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. Please allow for delays in response to these service requests as city staff work through the situations with modified staffing in various departments. As far as paying utility bills, the Independence Utility Center is closed beginning March 17th, 2020 for approximately 8 weeks. Please utilize the drive-through facilities at the Independence Utility Center for utility cash payments. Please use the drop box at City Hall, 111 East Maple, or the Independence Utility Center, 17221 East 23rd Street, for check and money order payments. As previously announced, customers are encouraged to pay their utility bills via the city website or over the automated phone system. Thank you to the action of our City Council this past Friday night. All credit card and online transaction fees are being waived until further notice. Further, there will be no utility shutoffs until further notice. Animal services. All adoptions, lost and found pet services, meetings with animal service officers, and payments for permits will be conducted by appointment only. Please call 816-325-7207. Building permits. All trade permits, which include electrical, mechanical, plumbing, and roofing, will be completed through the website at indep.us/permit portal. All other permits will be completed by appointment only. Please call 816-325-7401 to make an appointment. Only check payments will be accepted for this service. Business licensing. All liquor administrative hearings have been canceled. Business owners or applicants should contact the business license compliance officers at 816-325-7079. If you need to renew a business license, please visit indep.us/business licenses. Code enforcement. All administrative hearings are canceled. Code enforcement officers will continue in the field, but will limit direct contact. The fire department. The fire department will cease commercial inspection activity in the operations division. Stations will restrict public access to our fire department facilities. Personnel are asked to voluntarily limit family from coming into the fire department's facilities. The department is immediately suspending the ride-along program. Finally, they are preparing for other deployment changes as the situation evolves. Health inspections. All food handler and manager classes are canceled until further notice. All routine restaurant inspections have been suspended until further notice. Citizens should report those concerns via the new city app, InDep Now, for follow-up. Municipal court will continue to be available by phone. Payments may be made by U.S. mail or left in the drop box embedded on the wall outside to the left of the lower level doors into City Hall. No cash payments will be accepted. Please continue to use the website municipalrecordssearch.com/IndependenceMo for case updates. As we previously announced, parks, recreation, and tourism facilities are closed. This includes the Palmer Senior Center, Truman Memorial Building, Sermon Community Center, the National Frontier Trails Museum, the George Owens Nature Park, and the Uptown Market. We are now extending that closure through approximately May 15th. All events, classes, and programs and rentals are canceled during this time period. The historic site openings are also delayed until May 16th. The pre-development meetings. All face-to-face meetings have been canceled. Any meeting during the next 8 weeks will be conducted by phone or email only. Our police department, they are closing the lobby of our central police headquarters, which is located at 223 North Memorial Drive. A telephone is available to the public in the vestibule to make police records, reports, speak with personnel, or request other services. Fingerprinting and WatchGuard security licensing renewals will be extended through June and will not be renewed until further notice. Traffic crash reports can still be obtained online at the website buycrash.com. That's B-U-Y, crash.com. Members of the public are encouraged to dial 911 in the event of emergency and continue to utilize 816-836-3600 for non-emergency situations. Our Public Works Department, in addition to responding to the closure of City Hall, our Public Works Engineering has placed all permit information and applications online for the public. If you need to submit an application for permits, applicants will be required to submit all information electronically, including applications, plans, and supporting information. The permits and other departmental information, including phone numbers and emails, can be found at indep.us/publicworks. For permits where online payment is not currently available, payment will need to be sent by check in the mail. Permits will be processed upon receipt of payment. For emergency permits, applicants must send in electronic payments within 48 hours of the emergency. The discussion of plans, projects, and other business will need to be conducted by phone, video conference, or email. The April 11th drop-off depot, we previously rescheduled that from April 4th to April 11th. We are now canceling that event. To find out other options in the city, please visit indep.us drop-off depot. The Park Trot 5K that was scheduled for May 2nd has also been canceled. Baseball, softball, and soccer at the Independence Athletic Complex and also at the Chrysler Stadium, those seasons are being postponed. All athletic programs at these facilities will delay their seasons until after the May 15th deadline. Practices may still occur during this time as long as they are under the CDC guidelines of 50 people. And finally, the Silverstein Eye Center's arena has suspended public events and activities through May 15th, 2020. This does include the Kansas City Mavericks and Kansas City Comets season. As I mentioned at the beginning, and Mayor Weir alluded to, this does continue to be a fluid situation that we are really monitoring hour by hour. For the latest information and recommendations from the CDC, please visit cdc.gov/coronavirus. For the latest information on updates to our services, closing and cancellations, please visit indep.us/coronavirus. Citizens are encouraged to continue following us on Facebook, Twitter, and Nextdoor for updates on this changing situation, and we are updating those social media sites regularly. Thank you. Mostly that is going to be a matter of making payments, calling in to make payments. We are not going to be having regular dockets here. That is coming at the order of the court administrator who covers our 16th Judicial Circuit here. So that's not going to be an appearance before the judge. That will just be to make payments for cases that were previously adjudicated.
Yes, the City of Independence, in conjunction with with Governor Parson and several other mayors across the state, have asked for a voluntary restriction of 50 people or less. That is not a mandate. That is a recommendation coming from the CDC. We have had conversations throughout last night and today from various organizations within our city who've wanted some clarification on that, especially regarding church services and sports practices and other gatherings. We are recommending the 50-person limit. More importantly is the distancing of people from one another. If you cannot distance people adequately according to the CDC guidelines, regardless if it's 50 people or less, we are asking people to use extreme caution in holding events where they cannot create that distance. We will be having conversations later today with some of our other community partners, including the Chamber of Commerce, some of our healthcare providers, our school district representatives, and always with the Jackson County Health Department to discuss what other measures we could recommend or require moving forward in order to do the best job that we can to protect our citizens and our visitors and the people who work inside of our city limits. What we've seen in other cities across the country, other places across the world, is greater restrictions on private businesses. We are not making any of those determinations today. That is something that we're continuing to discuss. We have made changes here at the City of Independence organization about how we're staffing our various departments to create that necessary separation. No changes. Chief Short, do you want to talk about that? We have received some additional information that's kind of emerging, so I'll ask Chief Short to talk about that.
Yeah, at this time, there's no response changes. However, we are definitely working in our plans to prepare for that. As things start to escalate, we may have to make adjustments, not only because of possibly the number of calls that we might be running, but also because of the fact that we'll be running with limited staff.